Hello and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time on my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the new moon happening on July the 9th at 18 degrees of water sign Cancer. Now, a new moon is the beginning of a new lunar phase. This is when the sun and the moon meet at the same degree in the same sign. Now, a new moon is usually connected to new beginnings, an opportunity for a fresh start, concerning the area activated by a new moon in our birth chart. Now, at the time of this new moon, the moon will be in water sign Cancer, and the moon in Cancer feels wonderful because the moon rules Cancer. So during a moon phase in Cancer, our emotions, our feelings are heightened, and we tend to be softer on the inside but harder on the outside. There is a great focus on establishing inner emotional safety and security, for establishing a secure home foundation, a home base. We also tend to have a stronger need to be with our family, to improve our relationship with our family members. So, however, apart from the family and emotions and the home matters that are important during this new moon, matters concerning patriotism or real estate also come into focus. Now, Cancer is a cardinal sign, and the moon phase in cardinal sign tend to be action-oriented. So this is when our ideas, thoughts, plans come into action. And these are usually fast-moving times. All right, so let's look at the aspects formed by this new moon, and then I will move to the predictions for each rising sign. So first of all, we've got this new moon sextiling Uranus in Taurus. So here this alignment. So Uranus is famous for for bringing unexpected, unforeseen events. So this could be the case for some of us at the time of this new moon. So perhaps some sudden, unexpected opportunities could show up for some of us. However, because this is a separating aspect, this could be very unexpected, and it could actually kind of disappear as quickly as it appears. So grab it while you can, if this is the case for you, because these opportunities, new possibilities might not stick around forever. Now, the moon is also trining Neptune in Pisces. So here the moon in Cancer on its own is really wonderful for intuition. However, with this harmonious alignment to Neptune in Pisces, here our intuition is even stronger. So if you are going to be in two minds about something, listen to your instincts, listen to to what your subconscious mind is telling you, because there could be a lot of wise information coming through. Now, the moon is also opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So this is an applying aspect. Actually, the sun and Pluto will oppose each other exactly on July 17th. Here we've got it's still a white aspect, it's still 7 degrees orb. However, this alignment could bring some overpowering emotions into our lives, especially in the area activated by this new moon. However, since Pluto is about transformation, perhaps any changes that you wanted to implement in your life concerning this area activated by the new moon. Now with this opposition, you might find the inner courage to do something about this, to approach these issues perhaps, and implement necessary changes. Now, Mercury is in the final degrees of Gemini. Mercury has been staying in Gemini since May the 3rd, so it's a pretty long transit. And Mercury is squaring an asteroid Pallas in Pisces. So Pallas stands for fairness, and when Pallas in transit, it can bring issues concerning repeated patterns. And with this new moon in Cancer, this could be connected to some repeated emotional patterns. So it might take us an extra effort perhaps to express ourselves clearly with this square to Pallas. So this is especially relevant when talking about sensitive things, so sensitive topics. So it's something to keep in mind. And Mercury is about to move to Cancer. So soon after this new moon is over, we will kind of experience a fresh breath of energy here with the moon moving into water sign Cancer, where communication goes beyond words. Right, so let's move on to the predictions for each rising sign. All right, so Aries rising. So after a hectic week of July, the first week of July is pretty intense because Mars, your ruler, opposed Saturn, squared Uranus in Taurus. So perhaps your confidence, your ability to assert yourself was challenged by the situations that emerged during that time, or by people that perhaps stood in your way and made you feel restricted and limited in some way. So this new moon is an opportunity for some renewal, for a fresh start concerning your home and family matters, your home base, your home foundation. And you might finally have the inner strength to implement some important changes in your life. Concerning your home environment, here with this opposition to Pluto, there could be some unexpected possibilities that emerge as well with Uranus in Taurus, something connected to your finances perhaps, because Uranus is transiting your second house. So listen to your intuition here, as I mentioned before, because this new moon will trine Neptune in Pisces. So if you are unsure about something concerning your domestic life, listen to what your subconscious mind is telling, because there could be an important message that comes through. Now for Taurus rising. So for Taurus rising, this new moon will be in your third house. So this is about your community. So life within your community. So literally there could be some changes in the area where you live, but also what comes into focus is your relationship with your siblings, with people from your immediate environment. Sometimes with the opposition to Pluto here, you might feel overpowered by someone in your immediate environment. You could receive some important news, some important letters at this time. Generally, there will be lots of communication going on, lots of text messages, phone calls, but there could be some new opportunities as well that you could receive through a call, message, or email with the square with Uranus. This is a really good time for writing as well. So if you are involved in any blogging, or if you have your website, or if you do content writing, your imagination will be heightened at this time as well with the trine to Neptune. And perhaps some of you might decide you want to take a short trip, because this is also the area of short trips. Now, moving on to Gemini. So for Gemini, I'm just here changing the chart so I can visualize what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got the chart for Gemini rising at the time of this new moon. So this is the activation of your second house, your income, your finances, your financial security comes into focus at this time. So this is a really great time for starting something new concerning your finances, your wealth. There could be an opportunity as well that comes your way with this to Uranus in Taurus. So perhaps an opportunity for expanding your financial situation, perhaps. Now, you might also have this intense or powerful desire for changing the way you spend money. So perhaps you could do some budgeting at this time. Or alternatively, some people might have a really, not obsessive, but very strong urge to buy something new, because this is also the area of resources, possessions. So with this opposition to Pluto, you might have this really strong desire to buy something new at this time. Now, this is also the area of our skills, talents, self-esteem, self-worth. So for some people, this could mean that they want to improve some of your skills, some of your talents. And with the trine to Neptune, if you are in two minds about something concerning your finances, possessions, resources, then listen to your intuition, because it will be very strong at the time of this new moon. Now, if you are planning to talk about some sensitive topic concerning finances, just be mindful with the square to Pallas in Pisces. Right, so let's move on to the next sign. I'm just gonna move my chart. Okay, so there we go. So Cancer. For Cancer, this is the first house. This new moon will activate the sphere. So there could be some really strong feelings about your appearance, about how you appear to others. You might want to change something in your look. You might want to change the way you dress. You might change the way you carry yourself. So generally, this is about your identity, your appearance, and perhaps someone in your relationships or some personal relationship you could feel like is trying to overpower you here with this opposition to Pluto, or you could be experiencing some tense feelings towards another person because their Pluto is in your 7th house of relationships. Now, you could receive some opportunities as well concerning some personal projects that emerge unexpectedly, suddenly, perhaps something to do with your friends or something to do with through some networking efforts, since Uranus is transiting your 11th house of friends, groups you belong to, hopes and wishes. And here again, your intuition will be so strong at this time because this new moon is happening in your sign. So you're starting a new cycle with this new moon. This is a new moon in your 1st house, a new cycle. And so it's a very, very strong new moon for you. So really a powerful time. And yes, so this new moon trining Neptune in Pisces. So listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, to your subconscious mind, especially if you are in two minds about something. Now, moving on, we've got the next sign. It's Leo. Let's move me. Okay, so for Leo, this is the 12th house. So whenever there's a new moon in the 12th house, it's always a little bit tricky to discuss it because it's the hidden house. So for some people, this could mean dealing with some secrets and some hidden matters that only you are aware of. So you might withdraw from the outer world and deal with your own life, with your own personal projects. You could be working from behind the scene. You could also be dealing with some hidden matters, but which bring some really intense emotions, really intense and powerful emotions inside you. Now, there could be some opportunities that come through your work or career as well, unexpectedly, because Uranus is transiting your 10th house, and your intuition will be very strong, so you could have some really interesting dreams at this time, dreams that could give you a really important message. Now, moving on, the next is a Virgo. I've just done Leo. Right, so Virgo, for you, this is your 11th house. So anything to do with friendships, anything to do with groups that you belong to, networking. Some of your hopes and wishes or plans could come into fruition or could come into action because this is a cardinal moon phase. And it's happening in your area of long-term plans. So you could be really taking some of these goals and aims and wishes and you will try to make them a reality, put them into action at this time. You might find the inner strength, the inner courage with this opposition to Pluto to finally, put them into action without repeating myself. But we also have a square coming from Uranus in Taurus. So this could be something to do with your life direction here or a foreign affairs that is initiated, that this new opportunity comes into your life. For some of you, it might not be the case for everyone, but this could be the case for some people. So yeah, some opportunities coming through some international affairs, for instance. And your intuition will be very heightened at this time. So listen to your subconscious mind, especially if you are in two minds about some projects you could be dealing with or some friendships, for instance. Right, so the next sign will be Libra. All right, Libra, for you, this is happening in your 10th house of career and professional life. So some new beginnings concerning your public life, public image, your status comes into focus, and your professional life. So for some people, this could be starting a new business venture, starting a new career, or perhaps you could be involved in some new projects concerning your career. And you've got a square from Uranus in Taurus from your 8th house. So this could be perhaps through also so there could be some new opportunities coming into your life through some joint resources, joint finances, generally joint forces with another. You could feel some really intense and powerful emotions as well at this time with this opposition to Pluto in Capricorn in your 4th house. And you might have this inner strength to really make some changes in your career. Now, If you're planning to talk about something really sensitive with your superiors, bosses, managers at this time, perhaps delayed and after a couple of days after this new moon, especially with this square from Mercury to Pallas in Pisces, which I discussed earlier, that it might take you an extra effort to express yourself clearly, especially if discussing some sensitive matters. Now, moving on. All right, for Scorpio, this will be your 9th house of faraway travel, foreign people, foreign cultures, higher education, life direction. So at the time of this new moon, you are likely to feel more adventurous. You are likely to feel more spontaneous. There could be a very strong inner urge for expanding your horizons, for planning a faraway trip. So for some people, this could mean a foreign trip, a foreign travel. It could be a new friendship, a new connection, a new business venture that is connected to international business affairs. There could be also a deeper, a much stronger and more intense awareness inside of you with this opposition to Pluto in the 3rd house of what is it that you want in your life. And you might find the inner courage to really go for it and maybe implement some changes to align better with your life mission, your life direction, your life path. There could be some unexpected opportunities that emerge through a partner or a best friend. With Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house, your intuition is likely to be very strong with the trine to Neptune in Pisces. So if you are in two minds about something concerning your life direction, a faraway trip, or higher education in general, listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, listen to what your subconscious mind is telling you. Now, moving on to the next sign, let's look. We got Sagittarius rising. Okay, Sagittarius rising. This is your 8th house of transformation, of intimacy, of some really deep connections, investments, taxes, and loans. So this new moon, so it's a new beginnings for you in this area of your life. So you could go through some inner psychological transformation, get rid of anything that no longer serve anymore in your life. And it could be a really great opportunity for self-renewal, for detox, especially with this opposition to Pluto. You might find this inner strength inside you and courage to implement some changes in your life, start something new. And you could be really strongly aware, very deeply aware, what is it that you want in your life. Now, there could be some unexpected opportunities as well that come into your life concerning your work or concerning your health or everyday life. Now, with this new moon in your 8th house, you might also seek some really deep and strong connections with others. You might take your relationship to the next level. You might connect with someone unexpectedly, very deeply and profoundly as well. Now, moving on, we've got the next sign, Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn rising. So for you, this will be an activation of the 7th house of love, marriage, relationships. So with this new moon in your 7th house, this could be about your personal relationships. You could establish a new relationship, a new friendship, very strong personal relationship. This could be a new love relationship. For some people, this could be taking your existing relationship to the next level, or perhaps getting married, being proposed by a partner, going on a therapy, for instance, or establishing a business partnership. There could be some unexpected opportunities as well that come your way with this Uranus in Taurus, perhaps something connected your romantic side of life. Here I mentioned the start of a new relationship, and Uranus is in your 5th house of romance and love, so there could be some unexpected opportunities that come your way concerning your love life. Or perhaps the 7th house is also about business partnerships, and the 5th house is about freelancing and self-employment. So there could be something connected to some business ventures as well that emerges unexpectedly. These are some examples. There could be similar things happening. I'm just kind of giving you some hints of what these alignments could bring for you on a personal level. Now, this new moon will also oppose Pluto in Capricorn. So there could be some really intense emotions, or you could feel overpowered by someone or by a situation that emerges at this time. And you could have this deeper awareness inside you. You could be you could be deeply aware of where you stand in your relationship, where you want to take your relationship next, or how you relate to another. All right, so let's move to Aquarius rising. So for you, this is the 6th house of health, of work, of daily life, daily routine. So for some people, this could mean that you want to start a new exercise regime, you want to improve your health, you want to change your dietary habits, you could change something in your everyday routine as well. Perhaps if you've been stuck and perhaps if your life was too monotonous, this sextile to Uranus in Taurus in your 4th house will prompt you to implement some changes to make your everyday life more versatile, if this is what you are looking for. There could be some new opportunities as well that emerge at this time concerning your family members, concerning your home life as well. That could bring some variety into your everyday life. And with the opposition to Pluto in Capricorn, you could be very much aware of your work situation, of your employment. You might find the inner courage to implement some changes. And this is also concerning your health and well-being. Now, your intuition will be very strong at this time. So if you are in two minds about something concerning this sphere of your life, so your everyday routine, health, work, co-workers, then this trine to Neptune in Pisces will help you to see things much clearer at this time, since this is a harmonious aspect between the new moon and Neptune. Right, so yes, and if you want to discuss something really sensitive, be mindful. It might be a little bit more difficult to express yourself clearly, perhaps delayed a little bit if you can, because as I earlier mentioned, Mercury will square Pallas in Pisces. So now the final sign is Pisces, and for Pisces this will be the 5th house of romance, love, creativity, children. So this is a time of new beginnings concerning any creative projects you might be working on, anything connected to your children, anything concerning your love life, or you could just want to find more joy, more fun and pleasure in your everyday life. This new moon will oppose Pluto in Capricorn, so you could be more aware of your inner creative talents, inner artistic abilities. Now, for some people, this could be meeting a new love partner, because this is the 5th house of love and romance. And with the Uranus in Taurus, this could be someone perhaps that is who lives close to you, comes from your community. Now, here I'm just giving you some examples of what these energies could bring. So some unexpected events, unexpected opportunities could emerge as well. Now, with the opposition to Pluto in Capricorn, there could be this, you could feel like you're overpowered by someone in your friendship circle and bring some intense feelings inside you. And if you are self-employed or a freelancer, then you might also land a new project here, and this could be quite unexpected. So grab this opportunity while you can, because it won't last for a long time with this separating aspect to Uranus in Taurus. And finally, with the trine to Neptune, your intuition going to be heightened. You are likely to be more imaginative and more creative at this time as well. And if you are going to be in two minds about something, then listen to your intuition, listen to what your mind, your subconscious mind is telling you. Right, so with this in mind, I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a great new moon. I hope it's a positive time for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.